Everyone, this is Francisco, and today I'll be going over what a shot list is in reference to filming. So this is a shot list template that I got from boards.com. It's a really cool website. I know we briefly talked about what a shot list is in class, and so I wanted to go a little bit deeper as to what exactly it is and how beneficial it can be. So I got this, like I said, from boards.com. They have this free shot list template, and it is pretty cool. It really helped me kind of understand what a shot list really is. Um, I'm more of a hands-on person, so seeing it like this was pretty cool. Um, so the way that it has it set up is we have the scene. So the scene, this is like in reference to your script. So for our script, a majority of the scenes are a majority of the shots are in scene one, and then we have some other shots for scene two, and then our last shot for scene three is can be seen right here. So basically, what the setup is like how you have your camera and everything set up. So let's say for a handheld follow, we'll have it set up as one, and then for like a static shot, we can have it set up for two. And this basically tells the crew or whoever's working the camera how everything is going to be set up. Everything from like the mics to what kind of camera you're using and how you're using it. It really just helps simplify everything. So handheld follow, that basically means that in the shot itself, let's say the subject is moving in the shot. Do you want the camera to stay in one spot, or do you want it to follow them? And for I would say a lot of our shots we had it follow, either follow or track, you know, the subject or the character. So we'll have that as setup one. And so for a static shot, we can have that set up for two. Um, so these shots, this is shot 1, 2, 3, 4. That basically means like, let's say that a scene happens in multiple locations. For this scene, we have Scarlett. She's running through. She's running from her car into the building, and we have the camera following her, and then it cuts away. So that's one shot. So in shot two, we have it's all in the same scene, but we have her coming into the building. So she's entering the building. So that's shot two. And in that same scene, um, we have a new character, Raylene, answering the phone, and then Scarlett is seen running past her. So that's what each of these shots represent. So shot one is outside, shot two is inside the building, shot three is basically another location. So every time you move the camera to like a different location, or you're doing like a cutaway, that's considered like a shot. So this template really breaks everything down. So we have the description of the scene right here, and that basically gives like a rundown of what's happening in that shot. That helps the crew members, and that also helps you remember like what's going on in the scene. For this project that we did last weekend, we had everything shot on an iPhone, so all the cameras are just camera one, and we shot at the lowest lens, uh, 24 millimeter. So this will tell you like what type of lens to use. Um, that'll really help the crew members know like what exactly to do. And since everything was shot on an iPhone, everything was handheld. So it's all handheld equipment. Of course, if you had other, like a tripod or a Steadicam or a dolly or other things like that, you can, edit all that there, and that'll help your crew members know what to bring for the day. And then we have our cast. So in these first two shots, it's just Scarlett by herself. And then slowly we start integrating other characters like Raylene, uh, Karen later on, the boss, and then, in these last scenes, there's even more characters that are all, in that one scene. And so this will really help when you're shooting for the day and you need to know who needs to be there for that time period. So let's say that this is a day shoot, so we're going to need all these people here so that way they're ready to go. Now the movement is basically like how is the camera being utilized. A handheld follow, that's the camera following the character, following the subject. Static movement is just the camera stays in one spot, it doesn't move. And so for this one, Scarlett enters the break room and has a confrontation with Karen. They exchange a back and forth. So for this one, it's really a tracking shot. It's a handheld follow, and the reason that is because when Scarlett, we show Scarlett entering the break room, and then she bumps into Karen. So it follows her from the door to where Karen is in the middle of the room, and then it continues to follow Scarlett to where she's sitting down. So that's one movement of the camera following her. So it's tracking her movement, and then the camera is basically still doing, like, think of it like a 360 movement where it keeps turning, it stops, and it finds Karen. They both have an exchange. As they're exchanging this dialogue, the camera is still moving and it falls back on the main subject, which is Scarlett. So all this movement stuff, it really just helps the crew members know, like, what exactly to expect, and how to follow the directors, um the directors point to exactly what they want to do. The next thing that we have is the angle. So where is the camera? Is it eye level? Is it shot from below, or is it a high angle? Things like that. Majority of our shots are shot from eye level. This one is a high level because the camera is shown looking down on the secretary. Because in this scene, the secretary is being talked to by the boss. And it kind of represents that hierarchy. And then we have the shot size. For the first shot, it's a full shot, meaning where we see the whole subject. The actor is being shown in their entirety. It usually is good for, like, if they're running, or if they're doing a lot of movement, you want to show them. And then our audio is picked up by the iPhone. This will be different if you have, like, other microphones set up, or if you have like booms in the background, things like that. But yeah, this is just a great tool to use when you really want to be efficient in creating either your short film, music video, whatever you want to do. It's super useful to make sure that everything is done correctly and that really nothing is missed. So thank y'all. I hope y'all learned something today. I certainly did. Hope you have a good one. Bye bye.